Hi guys, welcome to the first time to Let's Meet Adam. A new game I'll be playing here. The game isn't new, but it's new to me. So, and I think this game has some daddies in it, so you degenerates will really like that. And I know I just finished full service, and I still have a lot of scenes to catch up on in Camp Buddy and in full service. But whenever I finish a game, I always feel a little bit sad that there's just nothing, like there's nothing totally new for me to do. That's why I always start a new game after I finish another game, because it's just like, I want something that's totally new. Oh. You know, it's just sad that there's sometimes just nothing new. Oh no, I thought I'd have to skip through that. I wasn't even reading it. But his name's Adam, and he's got 2.2 million followers on some kind of Instagram? Oh no. Recently moved from LA to the East Coast. Oh my god. I'm gonna be an actor, a model, or maybe a fitness guru. There's endless possibilities. Ugh. What is this? Is this just some kind of opening video? I can't even read all these. My friend and I are going to an escape room before our last. With so much going for me right now, is there anything I can't do? Well, we have to survive. I think there was a daddy in there, guys. It's like Zero Escape meets gay visual novels or something. Oh, God. Oh, well, I think I already know who I'm going for. I mean, there's literally like one acceptable love interest. Sexual interests. And no more. There's one acceptable sexual interest and no more. Alright. Wow. Just wow. This place is so rad already and we haven't even gone in yet. Adam smiles, eyes taking in each smear or piece of grime as he walks into a sort of dark foyer. Vince, one of Adam's new West Coast family, follows him closely behind. Friends had just left registration, dropped off their phones, jackets, and other restricted or inconvenient personnel items. Despite the friendly reception, Escape Mansion WeHo had an air of something unwelcoming. Why did we have to be on Instagram, whatever, though? That's just, probably intentional given the situation, Adam thought. I already don't like the main character because of it. See, this is the only acceptable choice we have. This is it. His nipples are exposed. It's all we have. He's got veins popping. His biceps are bulging, just absolutely bulging, like he's currently flexing, but he isn't. That's not healthy. Seems like he may have a low voice. Indeed, we're pretty fucking lucky, Adam. Maybe I can make it a little bit lower, I don't know. As if we'd actually get invites a few weeks after we requested spots, and we got in together. You know that doesn't usually happen, right? Vince nods silently as usual. At least the dude's smiling this time. Is he? I can't tell under his mustache. He needs to emote more. I mean, how's he ever gonna land a role? Oh no, is he an actor? Oh god. This is LA, Vince. This is LA. Vince is a good actor, but the industry is all about schmoozing, and kissing ass. He thinks he's mentoring me, a new kid on the block, but I think he's lucky to have a friend like me. Oh god, we're so egotistical. Hopefully my charisma rubs off on him. I feel confident talking to just about anybody, and always have and hope I always will. How did the read go, by the way? Not bad. Small bit part. Hardly any lines, really. Well then, that's just perfect for you now, isn't it? What? Is that shade? Ugh. Very funny. I let out a half scoff and half chuckle. Anyway, I'm just glad you made it out tonight. I had an audition earlier today, too. But I've been dying to try Escape Mansion WeHo. What does WeHo mean? Since it became a thing. I mean, multi-room, multi-hour format, production value, up the wazoo, invite only, mad elitist. I love it. Mad elitist. Of course you'd love that. I'm pretty happy you had the idea to try this out. Oh no. Does he know that this is about to go badly? Could he be the mastermind, just like Asami? Oh my god, I spoiled you if you haven't seen Full Service. Vince scratches his head while sweeping his hair awkwardly. His bicep flexes unintentionally, but impressively nonetheless. This is Vincente. Vincente. Yeah, sure. But he goes by Vince. I've known him for a few months now, and he's a fellow aspiring actor. Oh no, we're an aspiring actor and an Instagram bitch? Oh. We met on some hand soap commercial set in Hollywood, and we've been bros since. Sexual bros? He isn't the usual kind of guy I bring around, as he's surprisingly quiet. I think the word is introverted or something. I don't like this Adam already. But look at him, he's not bad and he has cute friends. We get along and it's nice to have someone to rehearse with. And although Vince hasn't broken out yet, he knows a lot of up-and-coming young indie actors in LA. He lets me tag her on to some sweet parties and premieres. I think I'll keep him. You seem too excited, to be honest. Huh? What do you mean, bro? You seem hyped up. Are you still thinking about that? I blushed slightly. He must have thought he caught me by surprise. Oh, no way, Vince. I'm completely over that. What was that? Were they lovers? For a single night and no more? Before we got in, as we were walking towards the mansion, we passed a car in the parking lot with slightly fogged up windows. Oh my god, who's already trying to get their nuts off? Vince wanted to ignore it and pass it by as quickly as possible, but I'm pretty mischievous and wanted a closer look. Also, something else to post on my Instagram. Oh lord. Oh lord, I don't even know if I can keep this in the YouTube video at all. I don't think I can. Casually, walking closer and parallel to the car, I saw two really built guys fooling around in the front seats. Maybe I can. I don't know. Oh man, it was fucking hot. The one dude had this massive chest laid over the alpha's leg from the passenger seats. I could see the guy in a cap throw his head back in pleasure while his buddy bobbed that mouth up and down on his cock. Amazing. I know most people would be shocked, but this is WeHo. Oh, West Hollywood, that's what it stands for. The gay mecca of Los Angeles, and shit like this is common around here. Common? Well, of course public sex is common in a yaoi visual novel. Especially on weekends at night. I didn't get to watch him come, but I would have loved to. Oh well, it got me hot and bothered. And pumped, if artificially, for this experience. I look at Vince and grin. Again, it was pretty hot though. I bet Adam would be one of those people, like I heard there's this one person who got charged with like terrorism or something for like licking all of the handles and stuff in like a grocery store or something, and then trying to post that to social media. He got like 4 years or something in prison. I bet Adam would do something like that for views, for follows, for likes. Ugh. Vince just sighs and nods his head towards the wall ahead of us. Two men approach the door, and just before heading in, Adam takes one last look around. A mounted television sits high up in a corner, flashing noisily. Television static for atmosphere? The entrance is a bit mucky, and various splatters of unknown stains mark it sporadically. Given that the mansion is new, Adam figures it must be intentional and fake. The door itself looks heavy and has a disabled keypad on it. An odd shape is painted in the center with what looks like neon paint. Adam starts to feel unnerved, but Vince confidently pushes on the door, holding it open and ushering Adam through. Well, glad our Dom is here to help us out. The door opens up to a short, almost pitch-black hallway which leads to another door. Adam takes a deep breath and walks through. Oh boy. God, look at this guy on the right. Just what a nightmare. Like, God, imagine this. Imagine someone who would actually want to be with this. Can you imagine it? I don't. I couldn't. Look at him. He's an animal. He's some kind of... It looks like he just evolved from a simian. I can't. I'm sorry. What opens up to them is a library with a ceiling that seems impossibly high. It looks like the Grinch almost. Ugh. The darkness of the room, lit only by a rumbling fireplace, obscures the ceiling completely. Books line every wall, like a grand library depicted in mansions from old movies, except there are no windows, no light. Then, simultaneously, four sets of eyes turn to Adam and Vince. The mood from earlier in the foyer is completely changed. Adam gulps as something dreadful seems to linger in the air. I half smile and kind of raise my hand to say hi to the strangers. Normally I'd walk up and start introductions, but something told me not to. First on my left was this handsome daddy, a beefy muscular bear with whom I was definitely feeling. I nod and sort of wink to acknowledge him. His eyes narrow in a scary way. Did he just give me cut-eye? After what feels like minutes, he makes a sound, like blowing air out of his nostrils, eyes still laser-focused on me. Then, without warning, he looks away, completely disinterested. Beside him is a thin Asian guy, who barely turns his head to face us. Instead, only his eyes turn. They inspect, staring at my feet, then upwards until our eyes meet. Why is he staring at my feet? He's pretty cute for an Asian. That sounds a little offensive. And normally I'd think he was checking me out, but those eyes, the way they slid up me. Cold. Not a hint of anything. How could he not be attracted to me? I couldn't read them at all. The vibe in the room was tense, dark even. Were they all scared, and was it just nervous anticipation? Or was there something else? I gulped a second time, but I was able to speak up. Hey everybody. Vince nodded at them in his typical silent way. I don't know who that's talking. I think it's the effeminate one. Hi guys. I mean, I don't know. It was him. On the leather sofa, a kid with green hair and the craziest shirt smiles and waves meekly at us. Finally, someone friendly. I'm lucky. I mean, not that I'm lucky. That's my name, I mean. My name is Lucky. Hi, Lucky. I'm Adam, and this is my friend, Vince. Beside Lucky was the last and probably oldest guy. Nothing about him stands out physically, and I bet his personality matches. Like a guy you'd talk to for 15 minutes on the street, run into the next day and have completely forgotten who he was. Bland, like oatmeal. He shifts a bit on the sofa, then says in a bored way, I'm Steve. Nice to meet you boys. Steve reaches out and we shake each other's hands. This is Earl, Lucky says while gesturing at the man in a red shirt. Earl merely nods with an unwavering expression. And this is, shoot, I can't remember your name again. It was... Bart. Wait, or maybe that's a little bit too. Bart. The name's Bart. Wait, no, I thought that was the Asian we were talking about. No, I can't give him this voice. Says Mr. Daddy Bear. Nice to meet you, Bart. I've seen you around. I think I know who you are. Bart says gruffly while his arms seem to fold even tighter. Why don't you both sit? Steve and I can make room on the sofa, I think. Vince shakes his head and points for Adam to sit. There's no room for both of us. I'll stand. Well, what a... Oh, wait, I thought that was Lucky talking. Well, what a gentleman. It's your loss, man. He didn't even introduce us to the Asian, did he? I don't think he did. Adam, you can sit beside me. Don't mind if I do. So, did you guys just get here? Well, like, Bart and I showed up first around the same time. I was a bit anxious at first. Wait, I'm not doing it effeminately enough. I'm sorry. Mostly because, you know, at these sorts of things, escape rooms, you usually go with friends. You have friends? Bart chortled half mockingly with his one eyebrow raised. Well... Who's Vince again? I've already forgotten. Who the hell is Vince? Is that my friend? Yeah, it is. No need to answer that. Oh! He was kidding, I think. Just don't mind him. Alrighty. Anyways, it's weird how we're all strangers. Was my point. So let's just all get along. At which point Bart and Earl look at each other. Earl finally shows a slight smile as Bart raises both his eyebrows in reaction to Lucky. Steve notices them and looks on with an unconcerned expression. Anyhow, then I think Earl showed up next, and then finally you, Steve. I didn't work today, so I laid around my place, watching TV, waiting until I should leave. And ended up being late anyways, somehow. You live in Weiho? Yes, indeed, I'm from around these parts. What about you, kid? Oh, I'm from Hawaii originally, the big island. No, do you live in Weiho? Haha. Oops. No, I live in North Hollywood. It's alright, but at least it's better than Weiho. I hate West Hollywood. And I'm not some kid. I'm older than you think. Trust me. Yeah, he looks pretty old. He does not look youthful. I'll give him that. I get that a lot. Alright. I smile at Lucky with a taunting grin. It's fun. What's fun? Taunting him? You aren't gonna ask how old I am? Nope. Oh. What? Why does he want us to? I hear Vince chuckle in the background. To be frank, boys, I like this format. Makes the whole experience more realistic. What's he talking about? It's not easy taking this escape thing seriously when you can turn around and joke with your close pals. But we're with our close pal. Yeah, I can see that. I'm all about immersion. Actually, this is a good acting exercise, wouldn't you say, bro? Ugh. Vince and I nod at each other, and he flashes me a thumbs up signal. Although you and your pal here somehow ended up being invited together. Well, no, not together, but picked at the same time coincidentally, I'd say. Interesting. Well, what are the chances of that happening, huh? Especially since I heard they picked us all randomly. I felt uncomfortable. What is this Steve guy getting at? Alright, so tell me one thing. What exactly are you trying to say? I think all he's trying to say is you guys must be really lucky. That's all. Lucky's trying to diffuse the awkwardness, I guess. His hands were waving frantically. Yeah, that's all I was saying. Ugh, just go back. Go back. You know what? I should have given him a Western voice. He looks like he could be... not Western, Southern. Western? He looks like he's Southern. Like he came from the South. He's ugly like that. Oh, next time he talks, Southern. Whatever. I started to take in more of the library, and I saw expensive-looking vases, busts, and books bound in leather with ribbon. That's when I noticed the freaky painting above the fireplace. Lucky must have seen me eyeing it. What do you think of that painting, by the way? I don't mind it. Wow, really? You're a lot braver than me. When I first entered this room alone, it gave me the shivers. So much so that when I heard the big metal door to the library open, I just about pissed myself. It's probably set up here to get us all in the mood. Get us in the mood for what? I say jokingly and pervertedly. Ah, sicko. Well, in any case, it's definitely not the original. It's gotta be a reproduction or a print. Looks like it's a pretty good copy, though. Do you know the name of it? No, but I'm sure it's famous. I was kind of taken aback. This was the first time I'd heard Earl talk. Up until now, I wasn't sure if the dude could. He has a smooth, rich voice, like a tenor. What? Oh, nothing. Just listening. Well, also, those vases look more like urns to me. I see Lucky shiver. He nervously combs at his green hair using pudgy fingers. Well, that's not a very appealing imagery. Earl follows suit and casually sweeps his hair from the front and from the side with his left hand. I heard the organizers rotate and change the theming as much as possible, so no one attending knows what they're in for. But it looks like the theme for us tonight is death. And good eats. Bart's deep voice piping in and out of nowhere surprised me. That's vile. Relax, I'm only messing around. If you're not going to take this seriously, then why are you even here? Well, God, how seriously does he have to take this? It's just an escape room, damn. Take it seriously? Why would I? Are you frightened or something? No. I just appreciate all the hard work they're putting forward in trying to scare me. I don't scare easily. Neither do I. But I've heard a ton of good things about Escape Mansion from Weiho from my coworkers and the kids down at the center. So I figured, why not? I'm here. It's in my neighborhood. Why did you decide to participate, Adam? And, Vince? God, my cat is freaking out. To meet people. See, Lucky? I'm an actor. Huh. An actual actor? Or an aspiring actor? Hey, I said actor, alright? As I was saying, it's good for me, as an actor, to meet as many different kinds of people as possible. Besides, I just moved here from New York City 6 to 7 months ago. I promise to take advantage of all that LA has to offer. I'm going to make this city mine. Earl simply smiles knowingly. I came because Adam wanted to.
Pure and simple, huh? Not much to say.
Yes.
Your friend is good, Adam. Bart, Vince, should be your role model.
The large man furrows his brow all flustered. He tries to fold his arms to appear bigger and unfazed. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm just here to experience probably the only legit cool thing in Weiho.
You're one of those jaded guys.
I would prefer worldly.
And I love video games, and the escape room trend is like a live-action puzzle meets horror survival at times. LARPing, ew. Possibly an MMORPG-style adult video game.
What the fuck is this kid talking about?
I don't know. I only caught about half of that.
Besides, it's something to do on a weekend evening. I don't usually get to go out much, so...
Come on, I'm sure you have friends.
Oh, I do. My two best friends live right here in LA. It'd be nice to date someone or to have a date on the weekend.
You think you're gonna find a date here, hun?
I guess no one has found me to be their idea of cute yet.
Oh, they just have nothing to say to that. Well, you're here now, Lucky. And Lucky, you is boy. I don't know what that means. Thought I'd throw the little guy a bone. I mean, I was lying, but you know, might as well. Wait, Steve is the Western again. And he's just trying to interject himself here. Hey, isn't anybody gonna ask me? The entire group just looks at each other awkwardly. But before anyone could say anything, the metal door opens, then shuts, and out of the shadows, then illuminated by flames, steps in a seventh man. Oh my. The man is dressed incredibly polished, wearing a tailored blue suit. As he walks closer to the group, he fidgets nonchalantly with his pocket square, not making any eye contact. Satisfied with the adjustment, he faces the group with a wry smile.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Bart's eyes narrow at the newcomer, while Earl goes back to his cold nod. Lucky sits up in preparation to shake hands with the surprisingly old Steve. And the surprisingly old Steve shoots right up off the couch. Steve and Lucky share his hand, and the rest of them exchange introductions. Finally, he turns to Vince and I.
And you are...
Adam.
Vince. I'm Kang. It's good to meet you all. Although, Adam, I feel like I've seen you somewhere before. I just can't place where. But my, I must say, it's good to see we have such an attractive turnout tonight.
What do you mean?
Don't get ahead of yourself. Although you're quite strapping, I wasn't talking specifically about you.
Vince's mouth curled in a way to indicate he was confused. To be honest, I was too.
What I'm saying is, the last time I was here, the group wasn't as talented.
Lucky starts to blush, and Steve seems pleased. Earl's face had skepticism written all over it, and Bart just shook his head in disapproval. Hey, wait, Kang was it? You just said something really interesting a second ago.
And what was that?
I caught it too.
You said the last time you were here.
So you've had the Escape Mansion Weiho experience before.
This is only my second time being here, if that's what you're implying.
It's odd as all. Demand for this place has been so high that they've never had the same person do a playthrough twice. You've beaten the odds. Must be that fine suit.
How do you know no one's ever done a double playthrough?
I do my research before I attempt anything new. I think it's something any smart American would have done. What? I also use coupons. More than half the entire country does too. It's not weird.
So it appears I'm a special snowflake.
Sure looks like it.
Ugh, I don't know if it's just me, but Steve seems a lot more energized since Kang showed up. Well, if Kang's bothered by it, he doesn't let on at all.
So tell us more about your first experience here.
Hey, I don't know if I want to hear any spoilers.
True, this is a bad idea. Boys, don't you know anything? They change the puzzles here all the time. Weekly. I've heard rumors they change them out daily. So it really doesn't matter if I divulge anything to you or not. Nor does it matter to me one bit if you care to listen or not.
Go ahead. I need to hear this.
Why did this 50-year-old even come out here? This 50-year-old Republican, Steve, why is he even here? What? Who invited him? Why is he in West Hollywood? Steve shoots me a sharp look, telling me to shut up. I just sighed and gave way. And gave up.
I mean, what do you want to hear? Sure, every room is gorgeous. There are puzzles galore, and the usual keypad on doors. However, the true brilliance of this particular escape room experience is not only the inventiveness of the puzzles. It's the perfectly handcrafted and customized scenario they tailored just for your group. Like Cinderella's glass slipper, one size only fits the one.
There's a brief pause until Kang points to a dark corner of the library. He seems dumbfounded.
Why aren't any of you drinking when there's perfectly good scotch on that console table over there?
They all turn to where he's pointing and finally notice a large glass decanter filled with scotch on a silver tray. There are also 9 glasses provided. Whoa, I never noticed those there before. Is the booze for us? Can we drink that?
Well, we certainly did on my first run, that is. Come on, I say we help ourselves. Would you mind if I gave you one, Adam?
Alright. Well, I thought maybe sure, but then what if I get with Kang and I don't want to? But sure. What if this is increasing my affection for Kang? Let's get this party started. Man, I love this place already.
Well, that's the spirits. Well, not spirits, thankfully. Just good old-fashioned scotch. I love a good-aged drink.
Kang, Bart, Earl, Lucky, Vince head over to pour themselves a glass. They cheers and the sounds of chinking glass echoes throughout the library. As they return, Kang confidently brings over the entire decanter on the tray, along with the remaining glasses.
So tonight it's taken a strange turn, huh?
Yeah, I didn't think alcohol was the reason this was 21 and over. What? You thought there was going to be anal sex? Or something?
Think we should break it to that kid that he's not old enough to drink yet?
Oh, come on. Lucky is at least over 21.
I mean those Asian genes. You just never know.
Wait, who's Asian? What? I'm confused. Are you talking about Lucky? You're talking about Earl? Who are you talking about?
Also racist. Steve nudges my shoulder with his fist playfully. Maybe he's not that bad after all. Huh? What? Huh? What? I'm sorry, I didn't realize Adam was also racist. Sorry. He just seemed to be so pleased by those comments. he mentions not knowing about Asian genes and what that could mean for someone's, biology and physical appearance, and Adam's like, oh, I guess Steve's a good guy after all. What? What? Okay, that's just a little bit... I really don't like this Adam now. I look over and see Lucky taking a mile a minute at Kang, who looks completely unamused. Vince is over there trying to socialize with Earl and Bart, and surprisingly, it looks like it's not a train wreck. I say we ought to stick with Kang. I say we ought to stick with Kang tonight, since he's the only one who's done this before. The sound of the door opening again so soon made me jump. Apparently I wasn't the only one since Lucky stopped rambling, and I heard him yelp in surprise like a puppy. Kang took the opportunity to look our way, but behind me and at our new guest. He looked satisfied, like a fox in a henhouse. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do with this voice. Till I see somebody. Nice. This place probably doesn't suck at all. I'm just not even trying. Oh, okay. He could be a Brit. He could be a Brit. I need a place to use my Brit accent anyway. To practice it further. Holy shit. It's the dude from the car. I instantly shot a look at Vince to make sure I wasn't tripping out, but he didn't look surprised. I guess he didn't get a good look at him in the parking lot like I did. Pretty sweet setup. The guy walks right for me. What's up? I'm Pierce. Is that English even? I'm Adam. Good to meet you. You made it in time after all. I say with a smirk. I added in time. I don't know why. Well, alright then. I couldn't tell if he got what I was implying, but whatever. He seemed pleased. I turned to face everyone and make a hand motion to introduce him. Pierce, everyone? Everyone Pierce. Yo. That's no way to do an introduction, Adam. Kang looks down at Pierce's hands. I suppose I don't mind shaking a gloved hand. What? Wait, whose hands are you looking at? No one's wearing gloves here. I'm confused. I'm Kang. Nice to meet you. Maybe he gave an update for the coronavirus. So they didn't actually update the art, but they're wearing gloves because they don't want to, they want to avoid contact. I don't know. But why are you wearing those gloves? What? Oh. I guess I forgot to remove them. Wait, that's not English. Just came from the gym. I should probably take them off. Oh, crap. These shorts don't have pockets. Quite the dilemma you have there. Huh? What? Pierce is fumbling with his shorts as if he may have a pocket somewhere, if he checked harder. Oh yeah, whatever. So Ken, what are you guys all talking about? It's Kang, Lucky. It's Kang. Lucky and I were discussing that painting. Sorry, man, I'm terrible with names. You'll just have to get used to it. So, Adam, would you call that art? His question was oozing sarcasm as he winks at me. Heh, well, it is, even if you, me, or everyone else here hates it. It's definitely not something I'd put up in my living room. For sure, it's ugly and fucked up. I quite like it.
Actually, I was just telling Lucky I believe the title of It is Saturn Devouring His Son. It's by a Spanish artist named Goya, if I'm correct. They say he went mad either before or shortly after it was painted. Anyhow, Saturn was afraid that his children, the Titans, would one day surpass him. So he ate them to ensure it would never happen.
Smart man.
Whoa, I think that's the first time I've seen Bart smile all night.
Looks like I'm not the only one around here with a dark sense of humor. I like it.
Welcome, Pierce. I'm Bart.
I've been meaning to ask. Bart, as in Bartholomew.
Nope. Bart is for Barton.
Well, nice to meet you, Bart. And nice shirt, man. I'm digging the clothes. You look good, man.
What's up with that, with all those R's?
Right.
So what are we all standing around here waiting for? How does this work? Listen, I've done escape rooms before. Normally they have you store your items, then give you a rundown of the rules. Next they send you in, sometimes blindfolded, and if you escape or not is all down to you. It appears they do it a little differently at Escape Mansion Weiho. During my previous visit here, an announcement over a PA was made once everyone had arrived. So is this it? This all of us?
I don't think so.
How do you know that?
Just a hunch. Take a look at the Scotch glasses. There are 9. Right now, there are only 8 of us here.
What an interesting small detail to have caught. Bravo.
Speaking of Scotch, I'm gonna help myself to another.
Now that's a prime idea. Pierce, would you like a glass? Nah, man, I'm only allowed to drink vodka. No calories.
Is that true? That doesn't sound true.
You look fantastic. One glass isn't going to kill you, but I'll leave you be.
Bart and Kang both excuse themselves to join the others in one more glass before the final guest arrives. Pierce smiles slyly, walks past Adam careful to brush himself against his shoulder before settling beside him, but facing the entire assembly.
Hey!
Pierce's commotion causes everyone to look at the pair of you. Some with wondering eyes, others with eyes of annoyance.
I thought of something. So if we're only waiting for one more person, isn't it kind of weird how this is a total sausage party?
Murmuring starts to fill the vastness of the library as everyone starts to look around at each other, eyes darting from face to face.
Well, to be honest, I hadn't noticed it, but I didn't really think it was a huge deal until just now. Yeah, and is everyone here gay too? We're all gay, right? I mean, obviously Bowtie over there is, but what about the rest of you?
Pierce had nodded at Kang, to which both the comment and motion caused Earl to shoot a venomous glare. Kang continued sipping his scotch with a smile, completely unperturbed by Pierce's insinuation.
Well, I mean, I'm gay, yes.
So am I. So what's your point?
Alright, this might be faster. Raise your hand if you aren't gay.
No one raised their hand.
I can't help but feel this is fucking weird. This is Weiho.
Yeah, it makes sense that nearly everyone in the area signed up for this. It's right in our backyard.
So, does that mean it's just a coincidence?
Well, I don't know about you assholes, but all I know is I want to drink before the next queen gets here.
As Pierce goes to grab a glass, I start to wonder if something's off.
Hey, Atom. I guess he's not as dumb as he sounds. Or looks.
He's a gym rat. He's not supposed to be the bright. Just hot. And I think he's doing a great job at it. Earl, with a half smile, rolls his eyes but continues.
Anyways, so what do you think? Do you think he's onto something?
It's just a coincidence. Why would they gather up a bunch of homosexuals in a small, enclosed space? What could we possibly get down to? I agree. No need to worry.
Well, even if it wasn't a coincidence and they didn't choose us at random, is that a bad thing?
Maybe in some weird way, it's part of our scenario, like Kang was saying. They have some custom experience in mind.
How would being gay help or affect our scenario? They looked to each other for answers, but their expressions of confusion clearly showed that everyone was drawing a blank. It doesn't make sense. That's why I say coincidence.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's just whatever.
For all we know, the next contestant could be the prettiest girl in the world. And probably the most disappointed.
No one would ever be disappointed in seeing me. Haha.
You need help.
Well, if that isn't the truest thing that's been said all day. I agree. Rocky childhood, this one.
More like privileged.
Dude, you're supposed to be my bro. Why are you backing this stranger?
Well, we're not really strangers anymore, are we? We know we still are, hun.
Not completely, I guess. Although we should probably mingle and grab some more of that scotch before those jerks finish it all.
Best line I've heard out of you all night. Let's do it.
I don't mind having a bit more.
Uh-oh, here we go. We went to join the others chatting it up around the fireplace. It was still awkward as you saw people feeling each other out, trying to figure out who they got along with, and who they can't stand already. I'm sure it's mainly the fact that we're strangers, but I think it's also because we're all very different. At least it wasn't as tense as when Vince and I first got here. I just hope people start to lighten up so we can actually work together and make it out of here in time.
Is someone knocking?
As the knocking was followed by the screech of metal on metal, everyone in the library turned with bated breath to see who would complete their assembly. Some out of sheer curiosity, and others in relief that the game was finally about to begin reading. What is so shocking? No fucking way. How am I gonna do this guy's voice? Oh, well, music has started. Oh, you know what? He looks like a big dumb guy. I know some of you guys like this voice from Full Service.
Sorry everyone. I know I'm late, but I hope you weren't all waiting on me.
I don't think anyone in the room could speak. You could hear a pin drop. I'm surprised Jaws didn't. Holy shit, you're Lars Bronson. Well, there's no music. I thought that was music. It was just a sound effect. I thought that was the start of music.
That's right. You'll never guess how difficult it was to get in here.
No, I mean, just... shh. I closed my eyes and put my finger to my mouth, barely able to compose myself.
Alright, please carry on.
Lars shakes his head with confused amusement. A handsome smile grows on his face. I can't believe you're here. Guys, Lars Bronson is here. He's a famous actor, so it makes sense that he's stupid. I couldn't believe Lars Bronson was actually seriously in the room with us. This guy is an A-list actor. I looked around and everyone had a mixture of shock, excitement, and joy plastered all over their faces. Even Vince was noticeably ruffled. Lucky cheered and all of a sudden, which prompted me to start clapping. Most of the other guys followed suit. I even think I heard Pierce whistling loudly. Awesome. Just fucking awesome.
Please, just Lars for tonight. No Mr., no Bronson, just Lars. I'd appreciate it. But thank you for your very kind greeting. It really does mean a lot to me. Thank you.
Lars is the latest Scandinavian import to become one of Hollywood's leading men and undeniable A-list actors. He mainly does thriller and superhero movies, but he's able to show incredible range when put in dramatic roles. Vince and I both love him and his work. He's also just an awesome guy. No drama, no bullshit, really into humanitarian work and very down to earth for someone of his status. I really look up to him. And fuck, he's hot as hell. But he's still just a really good dude. Like, there's no way you could dislike or be jealous of this guy. The crazy thing is he just came out as gay about 2 months ago to the joy of men everywhere. But I was honestly scared for him. I mean, sure, it's getting more progressive nowadays, but a gay leading man actor? I was sure we'd start to see his number of roles diminish after his public statement to the press. It was a fucking miracle. Hollywood, no, the world didn't seem to care and embraced him with open arms and rallied around his courage. In fact, he still gets major roles as a leading man, playing it straight opposite other powerhouse A-list actresses. He's really paving the way for guys like me and Vince. Man, I admire him. Okay, can you stop sucking his dick? And he's been single since he came out. I've got his business card or a number of him somehow. Before all these I've got to get his business card or a number of him off him somehow. Before all these thirsty jerk-offs beat me to him.
Anyways, all I was saying was Escape Mansion Wayho wouldn't allow my bodyguards in. So instead I drove here by myself, incognito with a giant black pullover hood over my head, wearing black sunglasses at night. Also, I wouldn't be harassed trying to get here by over-enthusiastic people like you.
Lars grabs my shoulder and squeezes. I wonder if it's barely audible to you guys, what I'm saying. Lars grabs my shoulder and squeezes. He lets out a hearty laugh, clearly happy with his joke.
No, I'm just kidding, obviously.
Adam, nice to meet you, Lars.
It's very good to meet you too, Adam.
Lars looks to the rest of the group, who appear to be paralyzed.
No, come on now. Don't make me feel like the elephant in the room. What are all your names? Let's make a good team tonight, yeah?
I'm seriously losing my shit that you're here. I'm Pierce, by the way.
Pierce strides over and tries to give Lars an overly strong handshake so his biceps would flex. He finishes off with a wink. However, Lars just smiles politely, but warmly, and gives him a firm handshake back.
Very good to meet you, Pierce. I'm losing my shit too.
Both men laugh as Pierce stumbles away, slapping his thigh.
Man, you're great.
Oh, brother. Bart rolls his eyes, but this time with an amused smile lurking on his face.
Lars, my name is Kang. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you.
Same here.
Would it be strange if I asked you for a hug?
Yes.
Sure, of course, why not?
Kang tightly wraps his arms around Lars's neck.
You smell incredible, by the way.
Kang says as he finally pulls away.
Haha, thank you. I'm simply mad about his aftershave.
Oh my god, Mr. Bronson! It's so surreal that you're here! I wish we could have taken a selfie, but they took our phones!
When did they take our phones even? We haven't even, like, seen anyone from this... what's it called? Escape room thing. Anyone running it. When did they take our phones?
Haha, maybe after. And just call me Lars, remember? And you are?
Oh, Lucky! I mean, my name is Lucky! You probably thought I meant that I was lucky that you were here. But I didn't. Not that I'm not lucky. I mean, we all are. Except, I'm the only one that's actually named Lucky. Oh no. I'm rambling, aren't I? I'm so embarrassed.
Don't be. You're only my favorite person here. I promise we'll take a selfie once we're done here. And we'll post it to Nowgram. How's that, Lucky?
Really? That would be the best. Thank you, Lars.
You're very welcome.
Vince walks over, seemingly confident, but ends up shaking Lars' hand for what feels like minutes.
Your name?
Oh, Vince. Hi.
Hello, Vince. Nice to meet you.
You too. Oh god, Vince, I just face-bombed.
I never thought I'd be the type to get starstruck. But it's just so awesome that you're here. I'm Earl. Sorry about everyone mauling you, by the way. They're harmless. Mostly, I think. Haha. Anyhow, it's good to meet you.
Wow, I guess when Earl lets his guard down, he's actually kind of friendly.
It's a pleasure, Earl. I love that bolo tie you're wearing. Are you a stylist by any chance? Oh, this. Thank you, but no. I'm not a stylist, but I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. It looks great. I'll have to try one out to see if I can pull it off.
My friends are not going to believe this. That aside, the name's Steve.
Lars, good to meet you.
Steve seemed to be the least impressed and kept it short. In fact, it could just be me, but he seemed a little agitated. Glad to see I'm no longer the biggest guy here. What are you, like 6'4"?
6'5", actually.
Incredible. I'm Bart. It's good to meet a fellow activist like yourself. Teach these kids to give back to the community they claim to support so much.
Oh, I wouldn't go so far as saying I'm an activist, but I do want to insert I use my fame to help.
The two giants firmly shake mighty hands. I'm a butcher at a local Weiho market, but I'm also the director of the LGBYT chapter at the local community theater center. I have no idea what Y stands for. You should just stop by the center sometime. Your store could help a lot of our kids.
I'm honored, Bart. Let's definitely discuss this after the escape room. Does that sound fair?
You're a good one. Huh? Why is Bart looking at me that way? And I know you'll be a huge factor in helping us all escape tonight.
I wouldn't count on it. You'll all probably escape without me. Well, with the introductions out of the way, I'd like to take a good look at this place.
Everyone gives him space to walk, like when a drop of soap falls into a sink with oily water.
Amazing! I feel like I'm in the movie! This library feels like it was dressed by a professional set designer!
And with that, everyone broke off into small groups. Talking, laughing, basically killing time until we knew what we were supposed to be doing. I'm so glad he showed up. The whole vibe of the group instantly changed and we all became partners instead of strangers. There was a new electric charge in the air, and everyone was more relaxed, but more pumped for the upcoming experience. Alright, what should I do now? We can only talk. Where is Vince? Here he is. Vince, Earl, and Lucky stood chatting to the left side of the fireplace, sheltered by a corner of books. They appeared to be in a serious conversation, and Adam was unsure if he should interrupt.
Oh, hey Adam, what's up?
Not much. What are you guys talking about?
Nothing. Nothing really.
Oh, sounds exciting. Speaking of exciting, I hope they start this soon.
It's not like we've been waiting that long. It's only been 15 minutes since Lars got here.
Actually, we were just getting to know each other, right, guys? Vince was just telling us how things have been for the both of you as actors so far.
Well, actually, I started out as a Nowgram celebrity, more or less. Oh, God. 2 million followers. Oh, my God. Okay. Why did you give him even an inch to talk about that?
Impressive.
Earl nods his head, seemingly intrigued where this was going.
Wow, that many, huh? I don't have as many as that. I'll probably never even get close to that number. But maybe someday I'll have at least triple what I have now. That would be cool.
If that's what you even want. Oh, it's awesome. It's opened so many doors for me. I mean, the encouragement from my fans is what made me move out. But I'm open-minded. I'm pursuing acting. And maybe I can be a model or a motivational speaker. Or a celebrity personal trainer for Lars. I smile smugly.
The world is your oyster, huh?
Hope not. I think oysters are gross.
Well, I work in the video game industry, and like you, someday I hope to work on a masterpiece that the whole world remembers. It's really boosted my confidence. I mean, being surrounded by like-minded people.
Good for you, Lucky. I'm sure we'll all make it out of here. Out of there. What about you, Earl? Do you want to be famous? Oh my God. Not everyone wants the same stupidity that you want, Adam.
Honestly, I think I'd rather be infamous. Haha.
Vince and Lucky chuckle along with Earl, but I don't really get it. Oh, I guess I have to talk to everyone. I guess it doesn't really matter. At least I don't think. What if I talk to them again?
Hope we start soon. It's getting late, isn't it?
Alright, so they don't really have anything else to say, really. I walk over to the fireplace where they're chilling. Just look at Pierce and Kang, though. God, thirsty much. They're all over Lars. Making any excuse to poke or touch the guy. It's pathetic, but I also feel a bit jealous.
Just in time. Hi, Adam.
Would you guys give Lars some breathing space? Like vultures, haha.
And if you aren't over here with an agenda of your own... What agenda? All I know is we should all call it a day and have a threesome already.
Pierce laughs jokingly, but I think Lars and Kang can sense that he's not completely kidding.
There are 4 of us here, Pierce. I thought you had to be able to count to be a personal trainer.
You're a personal trainer?
Yeah, you know that gym 24/7 Fitness. That's where I work.
Oh yeah, the one down here? That's a huge gym.
And it's crazy busy. I'm new, but I'm starting to get a bunch of steadies.
Sounds like prostitution.
Hey, don't hate just because you can't keep up with me.
I think he means steady clients.
Obviously. And I'm certain I can keep up. Perhaps you can't tell from the suit, but I think you'd be pretty happy with what you saw underneath it all. Besides, that gym is merely a front for a bathhouse, more or less.
What? Have you ever been inside a gym?
The stories I hear about that place, frightful.
It ain't so bad. That's why I feel right at home there.
Guys! I think we're all veering away from the point here. But it's fun, isn't it?
What about you, Lars? Where do you work out? You know, as a personal trainer, I can meet clients at their gyms. Or their homes.
Alright, so although I'm flattered, I'm good, thank you. I have a terrific personal trainer working for me that I've known for years. Sometimes I request that he travel overseas with me so we can continue our workout plan. Anyways, not to brag, it's not a secret, he's a celebrity coach and trainer. So he's used to working with my crazy schedule. But oh man, speaking of which, I'm just so glad to be here with all of you. Ugh, I've been so stressed from work. When my request was accepted and I got the invite for tonight, I just about yelled.
No way. They put you on the waiting list too? That's uncool, man.
Wait, what am I doing with his voice now?
No, I didn't mind. I didn't think any of us should have special treatment.
Well, the point is you're here now, and it'll be fun tonight. We'll make it fun. I say with a smile.
I have a feeling we're going to break the escape time record tonight without a doubt. Right, gentlemen?
I'm in.
Sounds good to me.
With me here to guide us, I'm sure we stand an excellent chance. I work as a real estate agent, but in my spare time, escape rooms have been my latest obsession. I've driven to Orange County and even further to try as many escape rooms as possible. There have been some awful and some exceptional ones, but none of them compare to Escape Mansion Wayho.
We all grin at each other. There's definitely excitement in the air tonight. Alright, I guess Bart and Steve. Adam wanders over to the sofa where Bart and Steve are sitting. Hey guys, what's up? I don't get what's the big deal. So it's Lars Bronson. So what? Are you jealous or something? Who cares either way? I agree it's disgusting how those two are throwing themselves at him though. But you gotta admit, Steve, it's pretty sweet how he's here. It's not every day you get to meet a star like Lars, especially spending a whole night with him at an escape room. I'm super stoked that he's here, so any opinion I have is biased. You think? I thought you guys were here just shooting the shit, getting to know each other. Oh, but we were, except that Mr. Steve here likes playing it dark and mysterious. Though he mentioned he films documentaries. I do indeed, but that's not true. But it's not true that I keep things close to my chest. There's just not much worth mentioning. Steve lets out a yawn. What about you, Bart? What's to know? It's not as if I'm going to see any of you people again after tonight anyways. What's that supposed to mean? This one's a ray of sunshine, isn't he? Hey, look, I'm not being an ass. I'm just being realistic. Who knows? Maybe we'll leave here and a few of us as buds. In my experience, that's just not how it works. That's all. As a community in general, we need to start being nicer to each other. Why don't you start? He's being an asshole. I start to wonder if we might need more scotch. Ooh, a strange noise accompanied by static vibrated through the library, causing everyone to stop dead in their tracks. A second or two pass, then a deep, distorted male voice crackles into existence. Oh. The host. I don't know. I don't know. Let me take a sip of water. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, gentlemen, and thank you for your patience. Welcome to the Escape Mansion, Weiho. I'm glad each of you was able to make it tonight, and we'll begin shortly. Most of you are new, so first we'll go into the format, and eventually the ground rules for tonight. Escape Mansion Weiho is known for its unique format. Unlike any other escape room, you'll have 9 hours to escape and achieve success. The reward for success, you ask? The experience, of course, and your life. Jesus Christ, intense. Haha.
Shit, I'm nervous, guys.
Each room is locked from the inside by large metal doors. Solve the puzzles in a room and you should be able to unlock it and move on to the next room. There are several rooms to solve before you can reach the final room and exit. At which point the final room opens back up to the reception area, where you'll collect your things and, gratefully, get out. The PA crackles for a second. There's also a second method to escape this nightmare, but perhaps, if you learn something, you'll figure out how. Oof, sending chills up my spine. This is already better than my first experience. I'm thrilled right now. But don't be intimidated, gentlemen. This is supposed to be fun, and I'd like you to enjoy your limited time here. I try to be humble, but I can proudly say that no one has ever been let down by their experience here at Escape Mansion Weiho. Also, each room is fitted with multiple hidden cameras, so the music's getting tense. Or it's actually starting for the first time. I'll be monitoring your progress, and of course your safety. I wish you some luck. Keep strong, and I'm sure by the end of the night, I'll get to see what's inside each and every one of you. Is that sexual or homicidal? The voice goes into a menacing, almost inhuman laugh. Well, what are you all waiting for? I've opened the door next to the next room for you, where the fun really begins. Proceed, and lastly, I'll explain a few simple rules, and we are good to go. Welcome to Escape Mansion Weiho. Pierce whistles loudly in excitement. Oh god, this is us. We almost look like an alien now. Because I haven't even seen our face at all yet. His eyes still look a little bit... Are they a little bit far apart? No, maybe I'm just being crazy. You heard the man, let's go. Come on, pussies. Let's fucking show that creep we've got the biggest balls around here.
I'm not sure what you mean, Pierce, but yes! I haven't been this stoked for something in a long time! I'm not nervous anymore, Adam. I'm excited for this. I know we can do it!
Lucky raises a shaking fist and scrunches up his smiling face into a determined one.
Woo, oh boy, alright, I guess this is it. Seriously, let's kick some ass, escape room ass.
With your smarts, Earl, and Kang's experience... Are you just assuming he's smart because he's Asian? Racist. And Kang's experience, bet you we all make it out of here long before 9 hours is up. We'd probably even have time to grab a drink or something after.
Let's all just focus on the task at hand, and we'll negotiate that after.
These idiots think it's going to be easy as long as we all work together. Huh. Bart folds his arms and puffs out his burly chest. Luckily, I'm not underestimating how hard this is gonna be.
Adam, you and me, we stick together.
No matter what. Vince smiles as Adam and him fist bump.
Why do I get the feeling tonight is going to get messy?
You mean like a hot mess?
Most likely. Escape Mansion Wayho, the movie, starring Lars Bronson as Lars Bronson.
Lars then brings down his brows and makes a faux serious face.
Man, wouldn't that be the worst B-movie ever made? Anyways, Dents, I think we should move on in. We've got a long night ahead of us.
I wonder if people are very annoyed yet at my voices. Whoa. The 9 men look in amazement at the dark room laid out before them. It appeared that the entire room was sectioned into 2, possibly 3 other rooms. The room they were specifically in was almost pitch black. So dark, in fact, they could not tell where the walls were or where the walls were or where one wall met another. The only thing they could see was an illuminated room separating them with a pane of thick glass. The room itself was brightly lit by white-blue fluorescent lights and was as clean and sterile looking as a clinic. Something threatening permeated the ambiance, but the group was too excited to take notice. What's this?
This is all new. I've not seen this room before.
Kang claps his hands together with an exhilarated expression.
I mean, it's cool. Totally different from the library we were just in. Not bad. I gotta admit, I'm impressed.
Before we could really get settled, the weird voice came on again.
Now that we're all here, let's go over the rules, shall we? Remember how I mentioned each room has its own puzzle to solve? Well, the rooms themselves have rules of conduct that I strictly enforce. There are 2 kinds of rooms. This, for instance, is a puzzle room. After this room, you'll no longer be solving puzzles as a group. Instead, you'll be separated into teams of your choice based on my rules. These rules govern what combinations of you may enter a puzzle room. We'll go into the specifics of that shortly. Patience is golden, listening is even more so. It could save your life. The other type of room are foyers, like the ones you pass through to get to the library. Each puzzle room is connected to a foyer that leads into another puzzle room, so on and so forth. The foyers are the only place where you'll all congregate again as a group. In other words, foyers contain multiple doors to different puzzle rooms. Enough for the whole fucking family. And with that, I'd like to invite our honored guest, Mr. Lars Bronson, and only Lars Bronson, to help me with a demonstration, if you please.
Lars looks around at us with a surprised but happy expression. He points to the center of his chest with his finger.
Me? I'm honored, alright. What do you need me to do?
The loud sound of a door opening makes us look up. The loud sound of a door opening makes us look to the right of the glass panel. Nasty fluorescent lights pour into the room. I can't stand fluorescent lights.
Mr. Bronson, if you would enter the bright room, we can begin.
Alright, here we go. See you guys on the other side.
Lars walks towards the door, passing each one of us with all eyes locked on his broad back. Pierce pats him as he passes, and I hear Earl say,
"You're good. Don't worry about it."
Lars stops for a second to smile at him, I guess, and then walks through the door, which automatically shuts behind him. When Lars gets in, he starts looking around the room casually. Hey Lars, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can still hear you, Adam. It's a little faint though.
Lucky and the rest of the guys start waving at him.
Excellent, let's continue. Remember how I mentioned the rules? There are a few things I really hate, and one of them is people who take advantage. And another are those who make excuses.
Whoa, what the hell? The voice started sounding really fucked up. I looked over at the other guys and some of them seemed fine, but I could definitely tell Lucky was uncomfortable.
Every room is outfitted with a death trap. If you violate the rules in any way, the death trap will activate automatically, killing everyone in the room, neither instantly nor pleasantly. Fierce. They've really amped it up this time around. And of course, if you haven't escaped by the end of the 9 hours, then all the death traps will go off at once, killing any remaining guests without mercy.
Adam, is this part of the scenario?
It is, isn't it? Isn't it?
I guess so.
And to show you I'm not fucking around, Lars is going to help me demonstrate a death trap right now. Oh, settle down, everyone. Relax and enjoy the show. No need to get our delicates in a bunch, for heaven's sake.
But something sounds off with his voice. Can we stop this for a sec? I'm not sure that I'm into this anymore. Please stop.
There were 2 vents within the room occupied by Lars, and from there, after a harsh metallic sound, water started pouring in great volumes.
What the? Hey, come on, this isn't funny! I haven't brought my bathing suit! Seriously, cut it out! This isn't funny anymore! This is not cool! What the fuck is happening?
Amusement was slowly turning into terror for Lars as the water continued to creep up from his ankles, and now midway up his calves.
Oh dear.
Fuck! Fuck!
Alright, I think I might end this episode here, guys. This one has gone on for quite a while, but I didn't want to end it until something actually happened.
And Lars is about to die!
Yeah, we're gonna lose our famous actor here, I guess. But thank you all for watching, and before I go, I'll just thank all my patrons that are supporting me on Patreon. I'll just call them out by name here. Eloise, Leigh, Bailey, Amy Macon, Ferox, Heather Cross, Hooray Is My Way, Joshua Kirk Todd, Matthew McGann, Peter Pan, 2521, Stephanie, The Real Naruko, Trony Wins, Ueno. So those are all my patrons. Thank you all for your support, and I'll see you on the next video of... Is this game called Let's Meet Adam? I want to say this game is called Let's Meet Adam. So, yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!